What's up, you guys? My name's Cameron and this is another Project Paperweight vlog. Thank you so much for watching, and today we're going to be working on my 1968 Austin Healey Sprite. This is my 1968 Austin Healey Sprite. It's a pretty cool car. It is certainly a paperweight. It's been sitting here for about a year. I just haven't had the time or money to touch it, but I finally got, some stuff for it. So what we're going to do today is, as I talked about earlier, is we're going to be doing some carb work, wheel bearing work, basically just a little refresh, changing the oil, stuff like that. So it'll be fun. So a cool story about this car. It was originally my grandfather's. He bought it in 1996 out of a barn in Mississippi. I inherited it when he passed away about 10 years ago. So I've been working on it through high school, college, and finally graduated college and have a job now, so I have a little money to put into it. So it's kind of cool. It's kind of family special. The Healeys are cool because they were originally used as rally cars. What's neat is for a 1960 era's car, this has front disc brakes with 2 piston calipers. It has a 1275 John Cooper S engine in it, which is a pretty cool little motor. Just interesting. It's got a really cool dash setup in it. It's fun. These were really the original Miatas before Miatas were Miatas. This is the car that inspired Miatas to be what they are now. I've done a little bit to it over the years, so it has a new transmission in it. We had it rebuilt and put straight cut gears in it. I've gone through the entire suspension, so new shocks, polyurethane bushing springs, new brakes, so it has braided brake lines, rotor pads, hydraulic master cylinder, all new clutch hydraulics, and then I rebuilt the top end of the engine. And then I went to college, and being far away from home, didn't really have time to work on it. And now I've graduated, and I kind of want to get back into it and do a little build and share it with you guys. There's not a lot of guys out there doing stuff on vintage cars like this. And I think it's cool, and it's just so inexpensive and so easy to do on your own. I mean, with simple tools, like most of the work that I've done have been with like these tools back here. And you'll kind of see us use them as we do the project today. Right, so what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be putting a new valve cover on it, and we're going to be putting new grease pins in here, floats and needles. Basically what happened before is the pin had dropped out due to ethanol gas and jammed the float down, which caused fuel to overflow. And then we're going to put new air cleaners on it here. We're going to start by taking off the hood. It's kind of misaligned and I want to realign it, so we're going to take it off, just give us more room to work and give you guys better filming angles. But you can see the tiny little guy in there. All right, you guys, we got her running. We have a new valve cover on. We have the new air cleaners, the new jets, floats, and pins that'll float. So that basically allows for the fuel to have all cleaned up and move a lot better. New fuel lines, fuel filter. You can see we have the new ignition over here. Burp the fuel system. Sounds pretty good. Now I just need to get the rest of the wheel bearing stuff. We'll finish putting that together. I should be coming in sometime this week. We'll get back on the road. Do it. What do we have here? All right, so we're going to be fixing these bearings and putting nuts on it, and this will be a little adventure because it's British and old, and we're probably
and that means it sucks.
I wouldn't say that. It's 50 years old and still runs. Does your Z run? How old is it?
You don't have to be a jerk about it. All right, so apparently the only thing holding this axle in is this little nut. This is the first that I have personally seen.
Technically, it just generically holds this on. What really holds the whole assembly together is when you put the wheel on and tighten everything down. That's why torque specs on this car are very important. And you have to put the handbrake on.
Oh, heard a click.
And there's your drum.
Okay.
So the way drums work is you have 2 shoes and a wheel cylinder and pushes them out against it.
Okay, so now let me see the axle come out.
Oh yeah, the fun part. So this is how easy these axles come out. You want to be careful when you pull it out not to mar the inside of your
That's very scary.
axle. Yeah, so really the whole thing is held together with that screw and your lug nuts.
Okay, so you were telling me about something super sketchy that was happening.
Oh yes. So this car is originally from Mississippi, and some shade tree mechanic had worked on this thing over the years. And this bolt is what holds your hub assembly together. And look how nice and loose that is.
What's causing that?
It is stripped.
So you can't tighten this down.
So you can't tighten it. This is supposed to be torqued to 140 foot-pounds. And when I first took this off, this bolt just came off in my hand.
So what are you gonna do about this?
We ordered a new bolt.
Is it the bolt that's stripped or the hub that's stripped?
We believe it's the bolt that's stripped because it's a brass bolt and softer metal.
Okay.
Now if it's not, I'm going to have to have this towed and have the axle tapped.
That just sounds like so much fun.
Yes.
All right, so we got this off. Let's see the new one. The new one, sir.
There's your new one.
Oh, that's pretty. Let me see those threads. All right.
Compared to very stripped.
My.
Yes. So never use a strip bolt ever. They don't hold torque and they will eventually come off your car.
Don't listen to him. He's lying to you.
This is safety. Just because we're Sketchy Squad and this has been the captain of Sketchy Squad, this car here, we're trying to fix that.
Okay.
So let's see if this goes on a little better. Oh, look how nicely it goes on.
Yeah, but let's see if you can torque it.
Yeah, that's what's going to be interesting.
You want me to do the torque?
I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
Get it tightened up some. I just don't want to. This is the scary part because this is where, it's, axle stripped or not. This is where it gets really sucky. Or better.
I think your dog wants to come out, man.
Oh, I think that did the trick. Yeah, that definitely did the trick. Yeah, that's working good now. So our bolt was stripped, thank God.
Here, trade me real quick. Let me get the torque put on it. There's the light.
There you go.
There's that.
There's James, everybody.
All right, so what's the torque spec? 140?
140 foot-pounds.
By the way, the only reason I know what that is because I know what 110 foot-pounds is, and I know what various torque specs underneath that. So we're just going to add 10 pounds.
James and his weird flexes.
It's not a flex. I'm going to call that good.
That's a lot better than it was before.
Well, that's true.
Thank God.
So
that's back on there. So basically what this bolt does is it holds your hub assembly onto the axle. You can see behind it where we pressed in new bearings into the hub assembly. If you want to do this yourself, all you have to do is get a bearing cooler, take this bolt off, pull this hub assembly off, then you tap this out and pull the seal behind it, and then you press the new ones. It's pretty easy to do as long as you know how to press.
look at that. By the way, just so you know, my beautiful press, straight from China. It comes fully disassembled, ready for you to put it together with only half of the bolt holes fitting in the spot they're supposed to. It's a win-win for everybody. Coming in right at $98. It's a jegs.com knockoff.
Paperwork, right?
Alright, we got the diff fluid drink. Dude, there's nothing in here.
I told you, dude. There's not really any diff
Well,
fluid.
look, that thing's a little bitty anyways.
That's a little pumpkin. All right, so on Austin Healey's, it's very easy to swap your diff fluid. There are two bolts. There's a fill bolt and a drain bolt. Basically what you do, pull this off. I like my shade tree method of a 1/2 inch chisel and a wrench you stick on it. You hoist
Basically
it off.
made a flathead into that's awful.
It works. Hey, that's what all matters is it works. Then you just fill it up in here until the fluid gets up to the top there.
Okay, so what exactly happened the other day? You got this thing running?
So we actually have a video of it running that'll be in this vlog. And
And that video is right here.
Go. Do it. And if you look at this guy right over here, he may or may not have tried to set the car on fire.
Not me. Not him. So essentially what happened is it ran smoother than I've ever heard it run.
It sounds good.
Sounded good for about, what, 45 seconds, and then it tried to catch on fire.
Yep.
So back to paperweight status. We were so close.
But I mean, can we have anything but a paperweight on this channel?
I don't know, man. I'm trying to get past that.
That's like we own rotaries or something.
Oh, man. You took a shot there. Shots fired. So what are we doing now?
Tighten up this bottom bolt.
And after that, we're going to refill it, and then we're going to stop being cold outside. No, we're not, are we? We have to do the brakes.
It's not that cold. At least we're inside instead of outside.
It's cold concrete. It's always cold.
It's not that bad, you ninny.
Don't call me a ninny.
Alright, that should be tight
What's the torque spec there, Cam?
enough. A couple good Ooga Boogas and it feels right.
All right, man. 2 Ooga Boogas.
2 Ooga Boogas. That's British. All you need is an Ooga Booga.
Not to be confused with an Ooga Dugga, which is from an air impact tool.
Here's a recommended fluid I like to use in mine. You go to Walmart, you get it. It's real cheap. It's like $4 a bottle. 80W90. Works good.
All right.
You're a lubricant.
So with this car, you just fill it up till it pours over, huh?
Pretty much.
Come back in a while.
Uh-huh.
All right, give it a squeeze.
Yeah, nothing's coming out.
Did you clip it?
Yep.
Did you take the seal out from under the cap?
Nope.
Well, that's kind of important there, Cameron.
Well, you know, sometimes you just gotta send it.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if you send it without the gas pump being turned on, you're not even moving out your parking spot.
Depends on how many buddies you got.
That's true. So, midway through our differential refill, Cameron, over here, started feeling like a pile of poop, which means we're probably about to call it a day. So, until next time, I'm James from Project Paperweight. All of you stay frosty on these builds. Send us stuff on Instagram at project_paperweight. And we'll see you next time.